Today everything is different. Today we're not only getting one model here, but we get two. And those are basically the same, but are not. They pose a lot of riddles here. For example, who made them? This little thing. It was sold by a company that called itself Broco or Sinai. I don't know what's right there, but Sinai was on Amazon and they always tend to have different names there, but I don't know. So what we're talking about today is a bit unknown. It's about 1300 pieces. It's Technik. It has a lot of stickers because the livery is different from model to model, but that's not the only thing. Also, the companies that are selling it are different, and also the models itself are different. Even if they're sold by the same company, they're a bit different. They use different pieces, they use different designs, at least for lights and stuff, and they do use different producers of the pieces, so it's a bit confusing, but just a bit. And therefore our main subject today is this Lamborghini Revuelto. It is 36 centimeters long, 16.5 centimeters wide and 8 centimeters high, and that is true for always or almost everything I've seen here like these, even if they are from different companies and do have different livery. And what they also have is different boxes, even different sizes in the box, but it's mainly the same thing in here. This company says it's a 10 plus set. I don't know which company because it's not written on there. There's just an import, or there's just an importer. I don't know who made that stuff. It has a bit of a dirty container look all around, so there is some artwork on here. Yay! And then we go to the section where we have a look at the instructions and the stickers. First the stickers, yes, there are a lot of them. And that's just a bit of them. I guess there are 2 sheets here or 3. And mainly the whole set is gonna be stickered afterwards. We build it in black. These instructions are okay. This for the other things are also okay. In this one we got 37 pages and 181 steps. The other instructions are rather similar. And then, yes, this is a set that lives in different worlds. On the one hand we have this biohazard thing, I don't know really from whom that is. On the other hand we have a company that calls itself 4.9, which is a Chinese company, that's as far as I do know, and they're selling it in blue, like you've seen, in green, and of course in pink. And I had the joy to see the pink version with Abklemm at Klemmbaustein-Welt.de when I was there. So we had 3 Lambos in a row. The 2 Lambos are also mocks, which is nothing more than putting engines and a battery box inside to remote control it. They come as static models. I didn't find any seller who is selling a motorized version of it, but it's not that hard to put it in. You put 2 motors adjacent from each other, one for the steering, one for the main forward and backward motion, and then you put the battery box where the passenger seat would reside, and that's basically it. And therefore there's not much of junk built there or junk colors in the end. It's all okay. And when I already got some motors in such a model, yes, of course I have to show some driving scenes, and those are them. It also shows that even a 6-year-old is more or less able to steer that one. I had to reverse one of the axes to make it steer in the right way, but that was the only problem I had with that. So have fun watching the driving or the tries of it. The problem I had with this model when it needs to drive, it's not the static version, is that the axles are a bit short, so that they tend to fall off, but that's nothing a bit of glue can't remedy. Then let's open the set. Yeah, you open it, you get your rims, you get your tires, and you get a lot of bags. This is not something that is particularly well sorted in there. It of course depends what kind of model you buy, but it's also really doable if you have your 7 or 8 bags and take what you need from any of them. Here with the biohazard version, it's 1314 pieces and a big sticker sheet and the instructions we saw earlier. Then we're gonna start building it. So watching it is pure Technik. There is 1 or 2 other pieces, mostly round bricks or round plates for the axle stops or something like that, but everything else is Technik, and the quality is okay except for the 2 short axles for the wheel, but that's something that really adheres to all the types of models I had seen. So my guess is that this was a mock at some point, and there were a lot of companies or people that loved it and made their own version with their own livery and put it out via different companies. And in this case, yes, building a livery with stickers is actually true to the way that would have been built when it were real, so you really can't blame them, which also means I didn't find the original mocker. Maybe you can help me with that. Please put it in the comments if you know what model was the original for all of those. As I said, motorizing them is not too hard to do. You need a servo motor, you need a normal motor. I used M motors from Kihui, but you might use something else, maybe even something a bit faster like a buggy motor. It might work better for you, but for my son with his 6 years, it doesn't need to be faster, really. And a stronger motor wouldn't be faster, so I don't see any reason to use something bigger than an M or L model, where the model isn't too heavy in the end anyway. Building the thing is not too hard. It's more for a beginner with Technik and real Technik, in that there is real functionality in here. The doors do open, and that's mainly it for functionality, but building in engines is another beast. So if you really had a young'un who likes Lambos, this is a good choice. And if you happen to like them yourself, it also might be a good choice for you. Speaking about value, of course there is a lot of play value, especially when you motorize the thing. You can do races, or you can even train your kids to do the races properly, more or less. It's not like that once you start it you get carnage or have to rebuild the thing within 5 seconds. It will survive the odd bump anywhere. It doesn't survive anything, of course. You can't fall it on the floor from 2 meters or something like that, but it's not like it's gonna turn into dust once you look at it a bit harder. And also for me it's clear that I have put in the motors, since for me Technik models, especially vehicle models, need to be moving, and I really don't like to put them on a shelf, since if I want to put something on a shelf I take something like Kobe with a lot of special pieces that rounds everything. No, Technik should show Technik, and Technik needs to move, and the more is moving by a remote, the better. So if you like this one, and if you like the pieces in it, where I have to say they're a bit different from model to model, since I guess one, they had a bit of change in details with lamps, with mirrors or something, and all that stuff. And the pieces are also a bit different because they're from different manufacturers here. That's my guess at least. But I haven't really had problems with it. So if you need something for your own mock, you can use them. There's no problem there. With that, if you liked what you have seen, please press the like button. If you didn't like it, please comment me that, and if you really want to be awesome, please subscribe. Have fun building, have fun watching, have fun driving, and see you.